Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to talk about Chappie. Chappie is a new film directed by Neil Blomkamp, and it stars Charlotte Copley as Chappie, Dev Patel, Hugh Jackman, Sigourney Weaver, and Diane Ward, whatever the fuck they're called. Uh, and so this is the story about Chappie, a robot that is like a robot police officer. He gets shot one day. Dev Patel wants to create Dev Patel plays this guy named Dion Wilson. He wants to create this robot like with human feelings, and Hugh Jackman is a guy that's trying to stop him, and he's like, I don't want this anymore. This is not good, and he wants his own robots. He's kind of jealous, and basically, now Chappie is taken over by by these gangsters, played by Diane Ward. Uh, and so Di and so and and so yeah, and so now Chappie's kind of a bad guy, and also whatever. I was really looking forward to this movie. I loved, uh, loved Neil Blomkamp. I love his last two films. District 9 and Elysium are brilliant. A lot of people don't love Elysium, but I think Elysium is a really smart, visually stunning, fantastic movie. And District 9 is also really great too. I like Elysium more personally, but District 9 is also great. Uh, and this one, I thought it was going to be really good. I'm like, oh, this looks awesome. The trailer looks good, and no. And but first, there are some positives about this movie. There are a few, but first things first. I'm like, okay, it started out with somewhat promise, but then Dev Patel is good, is very is very good in this movie. I think he will be a star. I mean, he was really good in Slumdog Millionaire. He's just a really good actor. He is a terrific, terrific actor, and I really like him. And he's the best part of this movie. Chappie himself is okay. The character's, I guess, okay. Charlton Copley does a good job voicing him. Uh, and 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 I guess and the visual effects are really, really good. They're very good effects. Neil Blomkamp still knows how to do effects well. He knows how to shoot his scenes. And this one has less shaky in the District 9. I can appreciate that. And the concept's cool. The concept sounded kind of cool. Other than that, this movie's terrible. It's a terrible movie. I hated this movie. This is one of the biggest disappointments, I would say, since Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yes, I hated this movie that much. Now, is this the worst movie ever? No. Like, there are much more awful films, but this movie is goddamn awful. It's horrendous. Uh, let's say what's horrendous about it. Diane Ward, I will say that the girl, I forgot her name, was okay. I mean, her voice was annoying, but like, I mean, she was an okay, like, she was likable enough. Except it kind of until towards the end. But Ninja, however, I'm like, shut up! Like, okay, there's a scene where Dion Wilson gets a gun, where Dion Wilson gets a gun, where Depatel gets a gun, and he's like, hey Dixie, you know what? I don't care that you're interrupting me. I'd rather have you. Here's a special guest in this video. My dog. She didn't see it, but she's gonna stand here. She's gonna stand here with me because I really don't care about this movie. Yeah, I love you too. Uh, anyways, so me and Dixie are gonna talk about this. So okay, I really did not like this. Die Antwood was just horrible. Ninja was annoying. I mean, their music is awful. It's just god awful. I hated the music. I'm like, shut up, music, shut up. And the story just didn't have any focus. Didn't have any focus. I'm like, come on, okay, Dixie, you can go down. Say bye. Goodbye, audience. To Dixie. Uh, just the audience was just awful, and I mean, just not what audience. Sorry. Just the story was just awful, and just I hated it. Like literally, it was just all over the place. I mean, the basic concept is kind of cool, but it ripped off towards a lot of movies. It could have been something really heartfelt, but they just made it about these gangsters, and I'm like, I don't give a shit about them. Just shut up. Maybe give the mother, maybe have Ninja the small supporting role, but they focus on him way too much. They don't focus on the good stuff. And the only good thing is Dev Patel's character. That's the only likable character, and maybe somewhat Chappie. And even, I don't know, uh, Sigourney Weaver, okay, she has nothing to do, but she's not awful. She's not horrible, like most of the acting is. She's okay. She does her part well, I guess. I mean, she's Sigourney Weaver. She's fine. Uh, Hugh Jackman, I'm like, what are you doing, running around in short shorts with a horrible haircut as a cheesy, cartoony villain? I mean, it's not the worst. It's one of the worst sci-fi villains I've seen in years. And it's just like, I'm like, come on, man, stop. Stop. You're being such a cartoony villain, like, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. I just hated his villain. I don't think it was his fault. I think Neil Blomkamp directed this poorly. Besides the action, this movie is awfully directed. This movie is like just, God damn it, stop. Stop doing this. It's awfully written. Now there's another screenwriter. I don't know. It is Neil Blomkamp's fault. It's his project. I don't think the studios will trust him anymore. I'm done with you. Just this movie. I'm done with you. I hated this movie. This is probably the second worst movie I've seen this year. Taken 3 is bad. But at least I could mock some of the stuff in it. The only thing I could kind of mock is how ridiculous Hugh Jackman is. I might even do a commentary. I'm going to do a commentary for this when it comes out. I'm going to do a commentary just to see how bad this movie really is. Like, I really want to do a commentary on this because this is lazy, cheap filmmaking. I think you Shyamalan us, Neil Blomkamp. Overall, I hated Chappie. It had some good stuff. Dev Patel is the only caring character. Visual effects are good. Chappie himself is okay. I just don't watch it. If you haven't seen District 9 or Elysium, watch those. Hopefully, Neil Blomkamp, you can go back to making good stuff, but I doubt that's going to happen. I'm not excited for Alien 5. After this movie, I think Alien 5 is probably not going to be that good. I'm going to give this movie a D. It is god-awful. Just don't see it. So, alright guys. So I'm going to go watch something good. Eraserhead's on my television now. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to get some David Lynch shit started. And that's not shit, but just watch a good movie. Don't watch this. Don't waste your time. I'm glad this movie bombed. Alright guys, like, subscribe, and goodbye, and bye-bye.